Walk through an electronics market in Tokyo or Berlin, and the smartphone landscape is a vibrant mosaic of competing brands. But cross into the United States, and that diversity vanishes. The iPhone commands 63% of the American market, and for Gen Z, that number hits 90%. On paper, Apple's hardware often lags behind. Rival devices routinely feature folding screens, substantially faster charging speeds, and superior optical zoom capabilities. If consumers aren't buying strictly superior specifications, what exactly is keeping everyone from switching teams? American loyalty to Apple is the result of an interlocking architecture of social, financial, and psychological systems designed for total lock-in. For years, the tech industry assumed that when Apple adopted the RCS messaging standard, the division between blue and green text bubbles would disappear. Instead, Apple moved the barrier. They restricted their new Apple Intelligence communication features entirely within their own ecosystem. Next-generation tools like Genmoji, AI-driven conversation summaries, and high-speed satellite sharing are instantly disabled the moment an Android device enters the group chat. For an American teenager, messaging outside the Apple network forces their rich, AI-powered conversations through a basic, featureless digital pipe. Using an Android in 2026 carries a literal social tax. It isolates users from the primary ways their peer groups communicate on a daily basis. Beneath that social pressure lies an economic reality. While much of the world saves up to buy their phones unlocked, Americans rely almost entirely on carrier financing. U.S. carriers use a mechanism known as the golden handcuff. An enticing $0 down offer for a premium device is quietly structured as a rigid 36-month installment plan. By the time those 36 months run out, the phone's battery has inevitably degraded, prompting the carrier to offer a new trade-in credit and reset the loop. This cycle masks a $1,200 luxury purchase, converting it into a continuous, invisible monthly utility bill on par with your internet or water. This dynamic fuels the resale paradox. Demographic data highlights the gap. The average U.S. iPhone user earns approximately $20,000 more annually than the average Android user. Using an iPhone serves as a status signal that marks you as part of the corporate baseline. Pulling out a niche Android flagship often marks you as an outsider or a tech enthusiast. Apple reinforces this with vertical integration. The seamless syncing between MacBooks, AirPods, and iPhones appeals to a time-poor culture that has little interest in tweaking settings or sideloading apps. Abandoning Apple means dismantling the seamless handoffs between every device you own, effectively breaking dozens of tiny, deeply ingrained daily habits. American loyalty to the iPhone is a product of outsourcing the logistics of daily life to a single interface. It isn't a love for the technology, it is a dependency on frictionless living. Consumers remain locked inside an invisible cage because their social circles demand it, their carriers finance it, their professional status depends on it. Apple has successfully constructed a comprehensive lifestyle infrastructure where the penalty for leaving is culturally and financially excruciating. Ask yourself, did you truly choose the device in your pocket, or have the walls of Apple's garden simply grown too high to climb over?